Jai Hind. Actually, both of us are going to talk about one of the biggest personalities of the world, Mahatma Gandhi. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
So when we talk about Mahatma Gandhi, a clear picture comes into our mind that Mahatma Gandhi was a great warrior, and his weapons were non-violence and truth. Acceptance of Mahatma Gandhi was really at global level. So globally, he was recognized as the warrior against injustice.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
His basic principles that was non-violence and truth.
Yeah, basic principle. His basic principles were non-violence and
Truth.
Means his entire philosophy was based upon non-violence and truth.
Which makes him different from other patriots. There were a lot of national patriots who died for the independence of our country, but Mahatma Gandhi considers to be a special one.
Of course, Mahatma Gandhi is considered to be a special one. Of course, many youths just died for the country. They sacrificed their lives for the country, and Mahatma Gandhi also sacrificed himself for the country. But his sacrifice was in a different way.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And he was very genuine guy. He was very a self-disciplined person. One can learn from his life
One can learn from his life. Yeah, sure.
to achieve zenith of success. He was a very simple person. When he came back to India, he only wore khadi, and because
Of
of
course, when he listen, actually, what he is, saying, actually, whatever he is speaking about Gandhiji, when Gandhiji, came back from England, okay, of course, actually, he was then a barrister. He studied law in London.
Yeah.
Okay, from London when he came back to India in I think 1891.
Yes.
And then he went to South Africa after 1 or 2 years.
Yeah.
I think in 1893 he went to South Africa. And South Africa, and they lived there in South Africa. Okay, and when he returned from South Africa, then he started taking interest in politics. I think, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
he joined National Congress Party.
Yeah, he joined National Congress Party. Sure.
He led many movements which include Quit India movement, Salt Satyagraha, and many more.
Yeah, of course. When he came back from South Africa, he actually led many movements, and Mahatma Gandhi led non-cooperation movement, Salt movement, Kheda Satyagraha, Quit India movement, civil disobedience movement. Huh? Yeah. Good.
He was a very no religious person. Because he was a very simple person, as I already told you, that he was very genuine guy. Because of his simplicity, Rabindranath Tagore considered to be a Mahatma.
Yeah, actually, this word always comes in our mind. Who called, Gandhiji Mahatma? Who called first Gandhiji Mahatma? Of course, there is a controversy over this that who called Gandhiji as Mahatma first time. Then, Gulshan is saying that actually Rabindranath Tagore was the person who called him Mahatma first time. So this is an information and one needs to know. So he was considered Mahatma. He was considered to be Mahatma. Okay, a great soul. Yeah. So and first time Rabindranath Tagore called him
Mahatma.
Yeah.
And he was a very truthful person. He never gave up of his truthful. He always
He never gave up his truthfulness. He never made compromise with his truthfulness. Yeah. So always he used truthfulness as a strong weapon. Yeah, good.
he never gave up his path of truthfulness since childhood. He was a very great warrior, and any other would have decided to leave the path of truthfulness, but Gandhiji didn't. He was a very
Yeah, in such circumstances where a government is against Gandhiji, white government, and in such condition, Gandhi stood against Britishers, stood against the injustice that Britishers were doing. Okay, so of course it shows how Gandhi was great. So it shows how courageous Gandhi ji was. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
he was very courageous, even though he was arrested by many times, but he never gave up.
Yeah, he was arrested. He was put behind the bars many times, but he never gave up the path of non-violence and truth. He called upon, I think, he called upon all the youth of the country to join hands just for the emancipation of great India, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He never gave up the path of truthfulness, and always he never gave up that he never gave up. And I think the one thing that I have learned from his life is our destiny is nothing but the decision we make. And Gandhi ji is the proof of this in front of us. He made his decision to live, he made his decision to make our country emancipate, and he did it.
Of course, actually, the role of Gandhi ji in the emancipation of India, really, really vital. Okay, so of course, he could make this movement a mass movement. When Gandhi ji joined Indian National Congress, of course, just before this, Congress was simply an organization of rich people, correct? But when Gandhi joined Indian National Congress, of course, what happened actually, Congress party became the organization of poor people, common people, and common people started joining Congress party. They started taking interest in Congress party, and of course they realized, I mean, common people of this country realized that, okay, this is the organization which can lead us to the independence, and this is the man, this is the leader, I mean, Gandhi is the leader who can take us to the total independence. Yeah.
Yeah, his whole life is an inspiration. A shy and introvert kid who did not interact much with his fellows became a face of independence, a national hero whose one call made millions to stood up and listen. Even though many ladies, many women, and many children came to listen him, came to hear whatever whatever he was saying.
See, actually, Mahatma Gandhi was, just an international kind of person. He was an international personality. Actually, he was the man who was popular, in the whole world, not only in India. He was the man whose identity was really greater, I think, huh? And who was recognized as the warrior against Britishers. But one thing we should never forget, that Gandhi ji was a man who adopted, truth and non-violence as weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
He was very good person, by he was very good by his heart, but he made some mistakes, that's why Nathuram Godse had to kill him in 13th January 1948.
Actually, he's saying, actually, I cannot agree with him that he is saying that he made some mistakes. Just, I don't know what kind of mistakes Mahatma Gandhi made. Actually, what kind of mistakes you're saying that Mahatma Gandhi made?
First one is he distributed in Muslims and Hindu by religions. He did, when Muslims and Hindu when Hindus and Muslims are same, and didn't follow when I really tell you, when Muhammad Ali Jinnah was in on the year 1947, our nation decided to decided to make a prime minister who can im- who can who can improve who can
Well, actually, he is willing to say that it was Mr. Gandhi, just who was responsible for the partition of this country, because he wanted to make Jawaharlal Nehru the Prime Minister of India, and that is why Jinnah just got furious, and Jinnah just demanded Pakistan.
Yeah.
Actually, this is a fake news, and we should not believe in such kind of fake news, I think. And I'm just dead sure that you also have become the prey of fake news.
yeah
So you agree with this? Okay, so now just we should focus on other things also. So what do you think that Gandhi as a student, what kind of student he was?
He was a very shy and introvert kid. He was an average student.
Yeah, he was an average student. Yeah, sure, he was an average student. Sure.
He was
Shy also. Shy, yeah. And introvert. Actually, I mean, Gulshan has used three words here: shy, introvert, and
average.
average student. Yeah.
He was very truthful guy since his childhood.
Yeah.
Once a incident happened with him that external person came to his school and a teacher and said them to write a word that was a cattle, but Gandhiji didn't know how to write cattle. So his class teacher told him to cheat word cattle from other one, but he didn't give up the path of truthfulness, and he didn't write. And when the external person went, then his teacher was very furious to him. Why didn't you do why didn't you just do whatever I said? Why didn't you cheat him? Why didn't you know the word cattle? It's so easy. What was going in your mind?
Yeah, of course, it's a famous story, and I think it shows that Mahatma Gandhi, had been honest since his childhood. Actually, when he refused to copy from his friend, actually, the word was cattle. The inspector or external, the inspector came and told Gandhi, I mean, all the students there, all the children there in the classroom, that okay, just write the spelling of a word cattle. Then, actually, Gandhi didn't know the spelling of the word cattle. Then his headmaster or his master just advised him to copy from his friend or from the child who was just sitting next to him.
Yeah.
But he refused to copy. So it shows Gandhi had been honest since his childhood. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, when he grew up, an incident happened with him which has changed his whole life. When he was in South Africa, he faced humiliation for being an Indian, and he was thrown out from train's first class compartment just because he was dark skinned. Any other would have decided to return his motherland, but Gandhiji didn't. This shows that how determined he was. He was very disciplined. The day Gandhi decided to fight for the rights of dark skinned people in South Africa.
Actually, he's talking about that incident took place in South Africa, with Gandhiji. Actually, one Englishman just threw him out of train because Gandhiji was sitting in first class.
Yeah.
So actually, this was a painful experience. And of course, this painful experience compelled Gandhiji to think of the entire thing, entire scenario, think of, you may say that, yeah, British Raj, how Britishers, how white people were just exploiting black people. And then Gandhiji started, thinking that, okay, at any cost, white rules, white people, they are what they are doing against black, of course, pathetic and just we have to be against all such things. We have to go against all such rules, all such things. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that our youths need to be like him. He was a very genuine person. I think I've already told you that he, because of his principle, our country, our nation our nation got independence. And I think that there are many things like we can learn from Gandhi's life to get success. First one is self-discipline and determination, and he was and we need to show our love, and affection toward every kind of people. And Gandhi, I think Gandhi ji love kids very much. That's why he considered that, that's why he called Bapu, and he's also the father of nation.
Yeah, of course. Actually, he led the country, and he just took care of this country as a father. That is why Gandhiji is said to be the father of nation. Number one, and he's saying that actually he used to love children. That is why he's called father of nation. Okay, maybe, but it is true that he was a person having a good mindset. He was a person having clear picture about the humanity, what the humanity is, what the religion is. He was the man who never discriminated on the basis of caste, creed, and religion. Yeah.
Yeah, and his whole life is an inspiration for us. I have
Yeah, his whole life is inspiration for us, source of inspiration for us. We can get inspiration from the life of this great man, Mahatma Gandhi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have also learned a lot from him. I have learned self discipline. I have learned a thing that like our journey is only depend our decision. We need to make our decision good. We need to make our decision that help other people also, not only for us, that help other people also. And by when I was reading from his biography, I decided that I will also be like him.
Yeah, of course. This boy is saying that of course we can have a lot of inspirations from the life of Mahatma Gandhi. And when he was reading his biography, he decided to be like Gandhiji, because Gandhiji was really great in his approach. He was a great person. So yeah, of course, it's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that the words I am saying that is enough to say about all the things of Gandhiji. Gandhiji was very great. You can't imagine that how was he great? Because he was, you can imagine that because of he was very great, and because of this, we can see his picture on our rupees, one on our currency.
Okay, of course, it's a great honor, I think. Actually, not we can say. I'm not saying that it's a great honor that we have the picture of Gandhiji on note or on Indian currency. Actually, it's not a great honor. Why it's not a great honor? Actually, as compared to what Gandhiji did, okay, it cannot be evaluated with this currency or with his picture on currency. But the thing is that actually what Gandhiji did, of course it is immortal. His deeds will always be in the hearts of the people who have been oppressed, who have been exploited. And not only in India, we are just learning something from Gandhiji. Even the people of the whole world, they all are just learning from Gandhiji. That one, Martin Luther King, Okay, junior.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, he was follower of Gandhiji. He believed in the philosophy of Gandhiji, and Nelson Mandela also. He also believed in the philosophy of Gandhiji, and he just said everything about Gandhiji. That yeah, of course, both of them have accepted that of course Gandhiji was a great man, and he was the inspiration for them too.
Yeah, and Gandhiji was very great just because that is why he also is not famous in India. He also famous even in foreign countries like South Africa and New Zealand.
England, America, I mean everywhere. Actually, people of India, I think just many of you don't know. I mean, many of the statues have been installed in foreign countries. Okay, Gandhian philosophy is taught in in European countries. Actually, Gandhiji, whatever did for the humanity, and for the upliftment of the entire humanity, was really awesome, really amazing. No one else could do this, and no one else could have done this.
The best thing of the Gandhi's life is that he made many changes in society. Just because of him, many of ladies, women, when earlier the women was not allowed to go outside from house, but Gandhiji made our society, made change in society. That's why women went outside and listen whatever Gandhiji was saying.
Okay, of course. Actually, he has attracted us towards this very important thing, that Gandhi ji really brought social justice in the country, and actually he was the man who really encouraged women to come out of the four walls of the home, and really he did, and many more followers of Gandhiji then there were, like Sarojini Naidu, Indira Gandhi also, these women were actively participating in freedom movement, and many more women were there in the freedom movement. It is due to Gandhiji.
Yeah, and Gandhiji was also a poet, and he also wrote many stories and many poem when he was in prison.
Actually, Gandhiji used to love writing something like that, and he wrote many things. So yeah, so I think that now we should just end this talk here, and whatever you have learned from this talk, of course, I think I hope that of course it would be amazing.